Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sandbox game live stream for Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. My name is Joseph the Vision X Matting, and alongside me, through the magic of the internet, the master. I didn't ad-lib this. The blaster. It's Alex Kamisaze Flores. It's funny, I say ad-lib, and I normally script the ad-lib part because it's way easier for me if I can just read it instead of trying to come up with how awesome Alex is. Golden Globe award-winning Alex Kamisaze Flores, not really. Uh, anyway,
Allegedly Golden Globe
how,
winning.
how are
Allegedly.
you doing, Alex?
I'm doing all right, Joseph. So, uh it's Wednesday. We play games on Wednesdays. I hope you all are ready to play some games. We want you to shill your game in the chat. So if you uploaded something to gallery you would like us to check out on stream, let us know in the chat. It helps if you tell us what page it's on. I don't know if you'll be able to see this behind stuff. It's behind me. There we go. Little page numbers down at the bottom of the gallery. Let's change that. There we go.
There we go. Alex, as you were showing this, I'm gonna finish my rant. If you're watching us live today, you have a very special opportunity. During the stream, feel free to ask us anything from questions about the game maker, maybe our asset creation software, VoxEdit, questions about the metaverse, or anything else that you want to know about the sandbox. We'll answer these questions live as they come in. And for those questions we can't answer live, feel free to click on the wonderful social channels in the description below this video and tag us after the show on Discord, Telegram, Twitter, or any of our other great platforms, and we'll get an answer out for you. Of course, if you're watching this later over on youtube.com, you may want to join us each and every Wednesday starting at 2100 UTC. Those watching live have the unique opportunity to win a Wizzy the Blue NFT right here on this stream. But more details on that will come later, so stick with us. For now, get to the start of each and every week on Wednesday. Let's jump into the gallery, your screen, and play your games. Alex, I see you sliding off to the side over there. Getting me real. Having a good time right now.
Apparently, I was muted for that whole time I was talking before. So
Oh, interesting.
I
Well,
I had
if you
clicked the
missed
little
Alex,
I had clicked the unmute for you when we went live, and
very
then
good.
somehow I missed me. So I was just rambling, and nobody could
I'm
hear me.
pausing. I'm like, I'm gonna be. We want to bounce back and forth. I'm gonna give you the space, and you're like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, Joseph can hear me because he's got a direct line to me. He can
yes,
hear me even when
right,
I'm muted to you, the audience.
right, right.
So I'm seeing like no audio in the chat. I'm
Hmm.
like, no, I can see Joseph's levels, and then I see my
Hmm.
levels are flat, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, I also had to turn off my AC because it kicked on, and I could see it was coming through the levels there when I unmuted myself. So because you couldn't hear me, you didn't know what I was talking about and why I was trying to dodge around the stuff that's right there. Uh, if if you uploaded something to the gallery, we want you to shill us your games. So let us know in the chat if you uploaded something to the gallery. Tell us what page number it's on because it helps us find it a lot faster. So let us know, and we will test your games because it's Wednesday. It's game day. We have lots of fun on game days playing your games. So, um, did because I was fixing the AC, my headphones popped off for a second. Did you mention Zepeto, or should I pull that up on
Did
screen?
not yet.
Did not yet.
I
All
did not
right.
yet.
So let's talk about that real quick before we go to the games. So today, Zepeto launched their asset sale. The announcement of the partnership came a few days ago, actually, May 3rd, I believe. So actually over a week ago. So they have partnered with the Sandbox to launch NFT-based worlds. There is, I'm going to mute this because I don't know how loud it is. We mentioned this on stream before, actually. Saturday, I want to say. I don't remember the days of the week
Yes.
anymore.
We
Um,
definitely dropped it just a little bit of information about this on Saturday.
yeah,
And then now we're at the point where we have a full-blown NFT launch. They're out there in the wild now.
yeah. So definitely head over to the Sandbox and go to the marketplace. You can check out the assets there. We've got some cool sneakers, spaceships, scooters, some giant. You can't actually wear these things in the game. They're like, if you want giant sneakers in your space, in on your land, we've got some fashion items there. A bunch of equipment for your avatars, rocket backpack, helmets, other things like that. It looks like a few of the items have already sold out. So check that out, as well as there's also still a whole bunch of other assets for sale from. Whoops, I clicked on the not for sale button. I'm just clicking the wrong places today. That's what the gameplay is going to be fun today. There's still a bunch of assets on sale from our Artist in the Creator Fund, so check those out too. All right, without further ado, let's go to games. So let's see. Did the chat mention any games for us to check out? I'm scrolling back through. I am not seeing any yet. When is a Mac version going to be available? It will still probably be a few months. I don't have an ETA on that exactly. There is
that question
some
came through earlier during our A with Sebastian and Ryan from Zepeto, and the answer to that is essentially the same as what Alex just said. But if you want a long form answer, definitely go check out that interview. It's kind of an audio only format over on Twitter Spaces.
All right, I don't see any games mentioned, so I'm gonna pick something. Game Jam glitch save. So this sounds like a Game Jam entry by MX2. What choice would you make? Find choice for victory. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, start or exit. Which choice would make? I don't know, guys. Should we exit before we start? Let's start. Let's see what happens. Whoa. So I thought it was a third person view for a second. I thought I was looking at myself from really far away. That was a little disorienting. And I can't is there a floor? Oh, wow. That was an interesting optical illusion, because I really thought that this guy was really far away standing on this pedestal.
Yeah, like
and and I was just standing on the floor. I just couldn't tell. So there we are.
Super white, super bright blocks.
That's
Touche.
it.
I am currently approving those new assets that you submitted.
Your choice has killed the gray man. Is your choice the right one? What? I press. Is this like that that movie? Is it what's? There's like a short film about like the button. You press a button and someone random dies, but you get like $1 million or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like exit? Are you sure you want to quit the game? You're free to choose, but there's no turning back that choice. Game over. All right. So we hit start. Is that it? Is there another choice here?
Can you talk to the gray man?
Well, you can't get all the way up to him.
Huh.
Maybe the only choice is a bad one.
Maybe the only choice is do the thing, but then be like, "Oh no, I didn't know," and like, cancel doing it.
Well, if I press E, he dies instantly. See, there's no restart. Start. Oh, he's already dead.
But when you do that, there we go. There we go. Bit of a puzzle.
That loops the same question, so maybe that's it. Maybe the only choice kills a gray man.
Okay, can you go? Is the barrier gone now? No?
Nope. Still there. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe there's more to this if we explore it around, but I don't see any other any other things that I can interact with. So, Schrodinger's cat. I can push my face into the and see that there's nothing out this way. I don't know about the other sides. Nothing that way. Nothing. Oh, there is. Oh, that's probably the room we start in. Well, I guess that's it. There's a little window up there. I don't. It doesn't look like that's anything. It looks like just a hole in the wall. All right. Well, I guess that's it for that one. Interesting concept. It would be cool to see more done with it. Unless I'm missing something. I could be totally missing something. That's always possible. But it would be nice to see that idea expanded upon with other options or more narrative. Like you could leave it with just that, but have more text explaining what's going on.
Sure.
All right. What else have we got? Did we have any games mentioned in the chat yet? Anybody?
I don't know that we did. Hey, if you're watching right now and you'd like to see us play your game here on Wednesday, give direct feedback. Try to break it. Make sure we find all those little glitches and exploits. Please leave the name of your game in the chat. You can check it out.
Huddle the gate. Destroy enemy outpost. Let's give that a try. Who's this by? This is by, I'm going to guess that said Zizi or Chi-Chi, maybe? If it's, I don't know if it's Chinese or not, but it says, your team is ordered by City Council to patrol the border and take necessary actions. Okay. Sounds interesting.
Greenview Media asks over on YouTube, would you guys do Sandbox with VR? And the answer to that, as that question came up this morning as well on our Twitter, Zepeto crossed the Sandbox AMA. We are open to the idea of doing VR, but because of accessibility for VR, it is not a high priority. You can see on our roadmap that the first few platforms that we want to have is obviously PC, where we've started here, then move to mobile, which is the most ubiquitous platform in the world. The most number of people would have access to playing your games that you created with the Game Maker on mobile. So we're going to go there next. Afterward, we've got the Xbox platform, the PlayStation platform, and possibly the Nintendo platform as we look to expand into consoles. And I would guess that after that and or concurrent with that, well, that's interesting.
I'm not sure I was supposed to do that.
Maybe not, but it doesn't matter if you were supposed to, right? That's the whole thing. Anyway, so maybe concurrently with consoles, we would be exploring VR, but that's some time off in the future. I think that the dates for that mobile is potentially this year, maybe early next year, and then we've got the consoles set for the year after the release on mobile. So some time still yet to be considering for VR. Let's see.
All right, we gotta help this guy find his sister. So something with the beggar and his dog. I would turn off the option to look at the player when they speak, because it looks kind of funny to have the dog just kind of whoop slide around.
Yeah.
For the most part, most NPCs I would normally have them turn to look at you when they talk, but you can turn it off.
Little caboose and being,
yeah.
What's up? What you doing? And then the dog, like Drift City.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. It's good input. Let's see. Monkey Junkie 82 asks, what are some non-traditional game type uses for the Sandbox land, or for a Sandbox land, that you all have seen? I think the most non-traditional one that I've seen so far is a tower defense game that needed work. It needed a lot of work, but you could see it in the game jam. In the previous game jam, it looks like there's supposed to be a surface there that maybe was destroyed, or a secret. There we go. Secret of the light.
It's a long story, but it didn't say anything. Maybe.
Pay attention here. It's a long story that ends immediately.
Now it said to push the stones, but I didn't actually see any stones behind the guy. So maybe there's an issue with them spawning in.
Can you go through the webbing there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it
Tier
looks like
2,
they're
I
trying
see.
to get you to follow a path of the stone carvings. Clearly, this is them setting up the frameworks, but not necessarily having it finish, right? Like, here's all the story of the game that's happening. Now you are enlightened. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I agree. I am enlightened. Can you go through that? Is that a door? Because it looks like it should be a door.
It looks like it's supposed to be, but it's not. Nothing's happening.
Set the trigger to open.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so yeah, it looks like they need to fill in
non-traditional
some
game
text there, possibly.
I think another one that I saw was kind of a demo, but I think would make for a very interesting game if it was a kind of a quick time event based gameplay. Is somebody was flying a helicopter around that they kind of set on rails, but you could absolutely do something like that where on a timer you must execute button clicks, commands, what have you, like interactions and attacks or something like that. Excuse me. In order to have, a completed. Oh, look at that perfect parry.
Yeah.
Look at you. Yeah. Stunning.
I'm getting used to using the more, I don't want to say exotic, more skilled methods of combat instead of just hacking and smashing.
Hacking. Yeah. I'm all about hacking and smashing. Loy requests again. Maybe you could try Sakura Sunrack, which, I mentioned that just before the show, that may be a nice option if you've done another update to that, so we could show the community what can be possible as you receive this feedback on Wednesdays, and where that can take you to. But I'm really liking this so far, like the frameworks that are in this game. It seems like, it's got a decent system, a decent number of quests, not everything. It's like not totally linear. There's a lot of options.
Yeah,
What do you think,
I
Alex?
may have accidentally skipped the whole beginning. I'm not sure because there were controls on that airship. I was just trying to look out the window and I fell out. So.
Right. And that's, that's one of the major things we would highlight. Just like, hey, don't do that,
There are some transparent
actual
glass
glass, yeah.
options, so if you wanted to close those windows, you could and still be able to look out. So that may be something you want to look into. Or if you want them to be as clear as possible, you can set a wall asset, like the cement walls that come with the game maker, and just make them invisible. And then you've got a perfectly clear area that you can't slip through. Oh, there's another enemy. So I did slay. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to highlight congratulations to Toby N. They said I almost finished my game for the jam, but I'm afraid that someone might steal my idea. And if that is the case, make sure that you just have it submitted a bit before, right? I mean, there's still over a month left to potentially build a game. So if you feel like somebody could recreate your product in a month, and you want to, make sure that they can't, then just get it submitted the week before, something like that. And, hopefully that would avoid the potential for somebody to make a copy. Now, I would consider what you just did there on this screen, Alex, a big exploit that for me personally is a no-no, but for you, I don't know if you would agree when you're able to just easily leap over that wall.
Well, there's a door right here. So
Right.
I went over the wall instead of through the door. So as long as that door is not a trigger for something. Oh, I'm almost dead. There's where'd that healing thing go? The grass is walking around. What?
What? So, like, I mean, that would work for a glitch in the metaverse theme.
Yeah.
This is a game that was created for that. But overall, the themes in this don't appear to be glitch in the metaverse kinds of themes, and that's something that I would say is not so much a feedback, I guess, because this game doesn't have to be developed just for the game jam. But if it was,
Did we both plan to wear red
Maybe.
before the stream? Well, technically, I'm in orange, and if
No
you've
plan.
seen my pumpkin spice Alex avatar on the Sandbox marketplace, this is the sweatshirt that I'm wearing for that. So, yeah, no, we don't. Joseph and me, we never plan anything. It's all by the seat of our pants. No planning here. All ad-libbed.
Okay. Alex, question comes in via YouTube. Enzo Ortigoza says, "Hi friends, how are you? Greetings. I have a question. I have a PC that has more than the minimum requirements, but when I'm playing the game, when I start it up, maybe I play it for a while. Occasionally, when you just start it, it crashes. Do you have any solutions for the game maker crashes? Any common fixes?"
Huh. Well, now that can be a difficult question to answer because crashes can happen for all sorts of reasons. So, if it's something, if the crash is happening right when you open it, then it would seem like there's some bug specific to possibly your device with the game maker. In which case, I would suggest first reinstalling it. You know, like delete the previous install folder and make a new one, because that could just be maybe a corrupted file somewhere. If it's happening when you're playing other people's games, then that is potentially because of something that they put in the game that your computer doesn't like. And then if it's happening while you're making a game, it would be best to see if there's something specific that you're doing when the crash occurs. So you can know to report, hey, whenever I make an enemy perform a certain action, the game crashes, or something like that. You would want to report that and then avoid doing that until we have a fix for it. So it's best, I would say, go to our Spanish Discord. We have our Discord is divided up into several sections for different languages, and we do have a lot of Spanish speakers on our team. A whole portion of our team is our staff is actually from Argentina, so we have a large number of Spanish speaking people there, who could potentially help troubleshoot what the specific issue is, because we would need more information about when exactly that crash is happening to try to figure it out. Usually when your specs are not quite enough for the game, I mean, like you said, they should be meeting the minimum specs or surpassing them. But typically, even if a game doesn't quite meet the minimum specs, it'll just kind of run slow, like maybe laggy or low frame rates. But it wouldn't usually crash just because of the specs, unless there's something like a game that's trying to spawn 100 assets all at once, and it freaks the engine out, and that could cause a crash. But just in normal operation, it shouldn't be crashing because of that. I'm low on health again.
Well, you're fighting the whole planet over here.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. It doesn't seem to be clearing all of the enemy robots, like the Slay 20 enemy robots. I have a feeling that maybe not enough. I mean, I did. There were a few, possibly 4, that I'm missing, that I got rid of before I got the quest, which is a case where if you're going to make something non-linear, you want to make sure that you don't accidentally do the actions that are designed for a quest. You want to make sure that the quest, that those enemies don't spawn until the quest is given, or that you have respawns for those enemies, so that way the quest is still possible if you accidentally beat them ahead of time. Because there's nothing, well, maybe not nothing, but it feels pretty sad when you complete a quest, but because you hadn't gotten the quest yet, you didn't actually complete it. How do you cause a glow effect on a model? So there's different. It depends on what you mean by glow. So there's a couple different things that can make a glow. If you're talking about just the glow on the asset itself that the model has, when you make it in VoxEdit, there's a little button that looks like a star, and you click that, and it'll make that color on your palette an emissive texture. I don't know if any. I don't think the lava here has a glow, but you can see it on a lot of other assets. Oh, some of the robots have it. They have like glowing eyes and stuff. So that means that the model itself has that set up. But if you're here we go. This lava over here glows. So that's done. That is a lot of skeletons up there. We're gonna run over here for now. And there's still coming, but I can handle these ones.
I think that's got a time spawner on it. That's got to be what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot over there. I think I probably have to defeat that demon or something.
If you're spawning your assets on a timer like that,
you got to limit it some way.
On Alex's screen. Exactly. You can see on Alex's screen how many there are there. So imagine if you had a slower computer trying to play this, or a mobile phone later in development, right?
Yeah.
That many assets spawning is just going to make them lag to a point where they wouldn't be able to play. Potentially, depending on their performance. Sand staking did not end. Excuse me. We may be undergoing, and this is still in question. This is not a fact. But if you didn't know, Uniswap had a version 3 update. Currently, all of the sand, all of the ETH for pairs for trading is on the Uniswap v2 platform. So that may need to be migrated to v3, and we may migrate the staking token to the v3 token. That is not, again, that's not confirmed. We've been having this discussion internally as of this week since the update was coming. So we'll see how that goes. As it is.
Pulling a Joseph over here.
What are you doing? Yeah, Dark Souls. Roll through. Don't even worry about it. Easy. Roll, click. There's an iframe in there, a singular like frame of. Yeah, look at that. As you roll, you can click to do an attack in the very last frame of the roll, and if you roll immediately, they'll have a 0% chance of being able to damage you. It's perfect.
One got me. My timing was off.
Did they get you?
One did.
Oh yeah, little slow. No worries. They caught you in that singular iframe right there. Get rid of that egg. There we go. Get the heck out of here.
There's another egg.
Oh no, there's more. Oh no. Don't do it, Alex. It's a trap.
I can't hit the egg?
Apparently.
I'm not sure. I was thinking maybe the egg is what was spawning them, so I'm not sure.
Now you only have 7 HP. Will you make it out alive is the real question.
I don't know. We'll see.
I guess you'll just have to...
Oh, no. Oh, hey. I'm back up on the ship. Now we can find out what was supposed to happen over here.
Oh, nice.
So you tap shift to roll. You just press shift and you'll do a roll. You hold shift to run. And you can also, while you're holding shift to run, you can attack and it'll do kind of a dash slash. So you can do it, you can tap, and if you time it right, you can tap and attack at the same time. And it will do,
right.
But you do have to be holding forward to do that. So you can be walking, tap.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. That was all done.
Is there a way to start the game with no sword equipped, Alec?
There is not. I don't
think so.
Not yet.
But it is something that we have heard from the community and want to make possibilities soon. Greenview Media asks, will there be PvP possibilities in the sandbox? And the answer to your question is yes. I was in a call with the head of multiplayer about a week and a half ago, where I asked him that very question: how far are we away? I didn't ask so much will it happen, because I know that we intend to make it happen, but how far are we away? And essentially his response was, interactive multiplayer requires a new physics engine and another different kind of highly technical update in order for that to be possible. So it will be just a bit of time, but is definitely on the roadmap in a relatively short term. And when I mean by relatively short, I mean before, I believe, version 1, you would have a multiplayer update. But the time frame for that is still some time. I would say as much as 6 months before you would have a multiplayer PvP sort of thing. The things that need to come ahead of that, in my opinion, and I am not a decision maker on this, but I imagine a PvP would also want to have a ranged attack first if you were going to do that, right? And you're seeing these updates that we're putting forth are making frame rates more effective, more efficient. Where did that box come from?
The spawner, but it was the fact that I'm trying to put it on the.
You're just hanging out.
Okay, well I guess the catapult works.
I suppose it does. There it goes. Well, anyway, you want to have ranged attacks working. Is it gonna? Well, it didn't fly this time.
There's no like inertia in the game, so I don't think it works the way that they're.
How about on the ground in front of it?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So, and this is one of the things that needs to be updated in order for PvP to work properly. The physics engine, right? As Alex mentioned, there's no inertia. You can just push things around right now if it has collision. But that doesn't mean that, like, normally an object like this, if it was to move forward, the other boxes will that explode? That would be way cooler if it exploded when it landed.
It's supposed to be a fighter, so I don't. Maybe they're. I don't know. Let's see what happens with them.
Like, will it hit?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to fight the skeletons, but it at least distracts them.
It appeared to hurt.
Oh, it's got a sword over its head, but it's yeah.
Hurting the imp.
Oh
so
yeah,
that's cool.
It is hurting the imp.
Just
Not by a lot. Whoa! Did you just see him spawn that whole army there?
Yep.
So those plates are what's spawning.
Right.
Are
they all back on top again? Oh my goodness. So many of them.
So I was supposed to talk to all these refugees, but there's no counter on it though. So maybe.
Just want to confirm for you, Touche, in the chat, all large number of your custom assets that you requested, that you created in VoxEdit as part of the game jam. I have approved all of them. It was quite a lot. It did take some time, but we're good to go now for you. I'm seeing some other new assets submitted since last week, so I'll be going through and finalizing those.
Why are there so many? Okay. Alright, so I beat the Clear the Well quest now. Okay. Slay 20 enemy robots. I wonder if it's because I died. Is there something that got triggered here? But yeah, to follow up, because I feel like there were some questions that I kind of sort of answered and then got distracted by the game. So definitely, if you're having issues, and this doesn't go just for the person who asked the question, this goes for everybody. If you're having issues with crashing, see if there's anybody who's having a similar issue on Discord, and if you can kind of find a similar reason for it, try to report that to us. You can do that, here on the stream, and I'll take a look into it. But if all I hear is that there's a crash, there's not a whole lot I can do with that, because I need to be able to reproduce the issue in order to make that bug report. So I need some context for when the crash is happening and things like that. And then for glowing items, there's another way you can make things glow in the game. Oh, somehow I didn't notice the mountain over here. The other way to make things glow is there's I think it's called the VFX component, and it will make a glowing square on the ground around your asset, and it will be colored with whatever the rarity of that asset is. So it'll be a whitish gray for common. It will be a blue for rare, purple for epic, and orange for legendary. And that you can make that have a height to the glow and particle effects coming up from it, so you can really highlight some special items that way. And people have used them in all sorts of cool ways before. Like Cyber Dragon used really, really big ones to make it look like an explosion by moving them through a scene. So there's all sorts of fun stuff with that. All right.
A question, Greenview Media, again, over on YouTube. You said, can you currently submit free assets for use into the marketplace? Or is that closed for creator fund use only as well? If you need to create an asset for your game that you are going to make in the game jam, you can submit that asset to me and get approved. As long as it is submitted and it doesn't have gems or catalyst requirements, I will approve that. Also, keep in mind that when you do submit it, it will have to be submitted correctly, and no negative things necessarily about that. But I do frequently see submissions come in where people get the link, but then they forget that they actually have to submit it, for lack of a better way of putting this. Like Alex was familiar with this. I had to ask him the very first time this came up. But basically, you can get a URL for something you've created, but until you're inside of VoxEdit and you submit it to the marketplace correctly, I can never approve it. So it could already be in your account, but unless it's submitted on the website for approval, I can't actually approve it. So there have been some that have gotten caught up because of that. But otherwise, fully open. You can make whatever you like and submit it for your game. I assume, as long as it's not copyright protected kinds of materials, that you're good to go. Even things that look maybe similar but aren't the same. Like a few seconds ago, Touche submitted something that looked a little bit like one of Mario's Goombas, but not really once I saw the other pieces that were part of the idea. So I kind of just went like, oh, okay, that makes sense, and approved them all, because you're not going to get any kind of like copyright request or strike or whatever from like that. But I saw some come in that were just almost very obviously Pac-Man ghosts, and so I couldn't approve that. So that's the only thing that I really look for when I make those approvals. But yeah, if you want to make some custom, absolutely, please do.
So I'm thinking maybe if I've destroyed the demons, maybe these guys don't spawn anymore? Maybe? I don't know.
And then, so Karadazd says, do we have to send you the form with the link for each individual asset to be approved? So there's two forms. There's one where you request access, and I approve those roughly once a week, all those artists. And then there's the second form where you have the individual assets that must be submitted that way. So I need to have it in the second form so I can distinguish what you are putting in versus what Alex and the official artist team are putting in. And they know not to have to worry about the stuff that is coming in for the game jam. So it works both ways with regards to that. Greenview Media says, can it be open for others to use? I don't have a game jam game at the moment, just wanted to provide some assets. That's an interesting question. I think that if you're producing something high quality and you want to work with other people, maybe drop in on somebody's stream and say, hey, do you need help with an asset? I would approve you as an artist for that, just because being a good community and having fun working together, that's fine. Right now I approve some artists that aren't making games per se, but they are working with game makers to help create that content. So like Andy Ritchie was making a game and requested, hey, can I get an artist to come through and make that additional content? Sure.
So I have the quest to destroy the egg after I've already destroyed it. All right.
Assets I submitted for the game jam. I'm trying to replace or delete, but can't. Alex, could you kind of overview that process? A way
So
to delete assets
yeah,
or
so
replace?
so there's some issues with deleting assets, and it's something that we recommend not doing for assets that have been published. So if you have not published an asset already, it's pretty easy to delete them. I can show you that process. Let me just go to my inventory here. Let's see here. Unpublished. All right. So I've got this test helmet here that you can't quite really see. But this was just an asset that I used for testing the new equipment format. And I have no use for it anymore. It's never been published. Nobody has this in their game. So when you're viewing it on the page in your inventory, you just click this 3-dot menu and delete asset. And say yes, and then it goes away. The issue with now, you can't do that to an asset that's currently been published. You won't have access to that menu. If you had an asset published and you requested an admin pull it back to an iterating state, meaning that you can re-upload or change the info on it. Let's say you wanted to change the description, you noticed a typo, or there was an issue with your asset that you didn't catch before, and you want to re-upload it with a fix. An admin can pull your asset back to an iterating state to do that, which does give you access to that delete. But the problem with deleting at that point is if anybody has it in their game and is using it, it will disappear from their game when you've deleted it. And that could be a quest item or something important for their game, and they won't get a warning about that. It will just not be there anymore. Actually, as soon as you iterate it, that happens also. And it used to be that the game wouldn't even load, that if somebody went to edit their game, they would get an error. So we, in the latest update, we fixed that, so that way at least they can still open their game, but they might be like, what's missing? There's something's not working anymore. Where'd it go? I was having a conversation with somebody about that literally minutes before we went live on stream. So we recommend... We try to not iterate stuff that's been published because it will mess up people who have added it to their inventory to use it. And that's why I always recommend testing your assets extensively before you request that they be published. Put them in the game maker. Try to use them the way that you feel like people would normally use them. You know, if it's a character, use them as an enemy, use them as a friendly, see how their animations look, set it as your avatar, run around with it as a character. Just experiment with those things to test the possibilities of your asset and make sure that you're happy with the way it looks and the way it performs, and then request its approval, because it'll save a lot of heartache later. Now, if somebody deletes their asset and they had it added to their game, like I said, it'll disappear. So you have to take that into consideration. It's a heavy choice to make. Was there anything else related to that? Oh, there was one thing I wanted to go back to that I mentioned earlier with the glowing assets. I was going to show what that looks like. So when you've got, let's say, just a common item, select it, and then you add component, rarity VFX. And you can't see it while you're in the editor like this, but when you hit play, you'll see that it gets a nice little shiny thing going on. So you can use this to make like flames, things like that. So if you got a whole bunch of them, and I'm pretty sure they follow rotation if I remember correctly, you can kind of rotate them out, different angles, and do something like that. And then, yeah, so you could actually do something like spotlights with this, sort of. They won't really go up into the sky because they're not big enough. You used to be able to set like a ridiculous height on them. I think it's limited now. Yeah, the halo height is limited. But if we got, say, a legendary, if I go to my rarity and pick legendary, and we'll go with the Ancient Elder Bear here. And we're going to set the rarity VFX, and you can see the halo height is a lot bigger than the option for the common. So by default, it's going to be a much bigger glow. And the base of it is based on the size of the characters. So if I find another legendary here, let's find a really big thing. Yeah, like this guy. I don't actually own this. This was added when it was on the marketplace, but unfortunately, I don't own this NFT. It'd be very cool if I did.
How many of those were there? Like, I think there was like 5 of these.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 5 copies
It was,
right there, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I don't. All right, so we add the rarity VFX and hit play, and you can see that it's got this big glow around it. Now, if we were to turn off its collision, and I think if we make it invisible, the glow is still there. I'm not positive on that. Yeah, it is. So now you can create like room effects with that. Not really the intended use of it, but it's pretty cool as that. So then we could duplicate this guy out. And let's line them up so they're kind of like in a grid. And we duplicate. And then we duplicate. And we just kind of pattern it up like this. And if you wanted to make like a room that was on fire or something, it's a little bit too bright. I made too many of them, but that's a pretty that's pretty cool, right? I mean, you could do like a nuclear glow from something like this.
Right,
I mean, you could
just keep in mind that is quite taxing on the system. So Alex is operating with a super high-end system right now, like. And you could even see it on the stream where when he pressed play on that, like the number of glows being layered like that was like, brought him down to, a quarter of his normal frames per second.
Did it? I don't know. It still feels pretty smooth to me.
Oh yeah, I saw it. But also I'm a super nerd, right? So like,
he's already running at like twice my frame rate anyway, normally. So
yeah.
Me and my not specialize. Let's see. What if I did basic platform?
Hiberna is correct. Alex is showing you how to blow up.
Yes.
Just kidding. But so I'm noticing something that I just want to say an appreciation to the community for. There was a bunch of assets that you guys had submitted as art. Or submitted as something else. Oh, it's interesting. I like it when it's, that's really cool. Making it kind of move like that. If you did that just a little bit here, a little bit there. Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. Nice fire effect could come out of that. Anyway, so many of these assets that you guys submitted for the game jam in the past, I had mentioned on these streams that like it wasn't possible for me to click it, that you needed to do something, go back over on the website, possibly make sure you submit it for approval. And they are almost all working now. So almost everybody who's been here on these streams is starting to submit them correctly, and I appreciate that as I'm looking at them since Touche brought it up. Anyway, I'm going back through all the old submissions that I wasn't able to previously approve, and many of them I can now. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for making those changes.
There was another game that somebody wanted us to try out, and I don't remember what the title was. It's mentioned like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. Somebody said that they had
I think you did that backwards, Alex.
Was it Sakura?
Hibernum, for the schedule, it is written backwards there.
Oh, I did.
Wednesdays,
yes. Sorry.
And then 1800 on Saturdays and Mondays. At first, I was like, "This isn't 21, or this isn't 1800."
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, am I late? Did I do everything wrong today?
Sorry.
Am I a terrible person? I'm just kidding. But it was just So
I flipped
absolutely, we do. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. We do do a different stream on Wednesday on the time block, uh, because basically we want to make sure that the greatest number of people have an opportunity to watch a stream. We're considering possibly moving the Saturday stream to the later time block as well, but we'll see where that goes, or if that goes anywhere, because it seems that there are definitely more people who want to watch during this time block on Wednesdays than there are on the Saturday. So,
So the
Cody,
question about how do you know if your asset's been approved? So it will show up on the market if it's approved.
yes,
So you can click
okay.
market and then you can search. So if you uploaded, say, a tree, you type in tree, then it will show it. You can type it the exact name and it'll show up. And you can also go to your account. You go to me, inventory, and then ready to mint is all the, or you could say published, either one, ready to mint or published. It's really the same thing. I guess ready to published might include things that don't belong to you. No, published is all your ready to mint stuff. So it's really the same thing when you look at those.
I do want to highlight specifically for you, Cody. I see a submission simply titled 5, right? The submissions that you put in on that date still haven't been actually submitted in the website itself. So you gave them to me with a link in the form, but you did not give them on the website for approval. So make sure you go back on the website and submit those assets for approval that you had submitted. Again, including the number 5, the ones you submitted in that time block.
Dag nabbit. These folks are waiting to
All
pay
right,
for their
let's
food.
see. Any form, Paco Moya. You're right. You are right. So excited to see all these great arts that got resubmitted that I approved. That I didn't even put that link in the chat just yet, but in just a second. Paste. Yeah, that didn't work. I refresh the chat once so that we can make sure it gets out to all the.
Oh, there we go. That's a cool use of the rarity VFX there.
Oh yeah, that looks great. And you know what? That is exactly some feedback that I had mentioned before, and I like that. Now, let's see if Alex can figure out how to do this step, or if Alex runs into the same problem.
You got to wait for
So right now
virus
there's
PD to jump up.
There's already an indicator that virus PD is an object because it has that little target over the head. So I'm not sure that the highlighted function there is necessary, but nonetheless it does kind of catch your eye, like, hey, pay attention to this. Maybe not blue, because it almost feels like it gets in the way a little, in my opinion. I don't know if you agree, Al.
It's I would say, if anything, just reduce like the brightness and intensity of it. There's sliders on there, so you can make it a little less. Like, I feel like I'm ready to jump into Digimon here at the moment. So it's like it's a little intense.
Sure.
You know what would speaking of Digimon, be cool if you could get an asset that's about the same size as the screen there, and then rotate the VFX so it's coming out of the screen. But I don't know that that would actually help the situation. It would just look cool. So I'm saying I want somebody to do that. All right, so we've got.
So I want to highlight real
coins
quick,
to operate. Interesting.
Since I put it in the chat, but I didn't mention it. If you're watching live, you can click on the form in the chat and be eligible to win a Wizzy the Blue NFT asset that are exclusive to these streams. We give away a Wizzy the Blue asset on these streams each and every week on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Mondays. So if you win a Wizzy the Blue NFT, that is the only Wizzy the Blue NFT you would ever be eligible to win. And they are, once again, only here on these.
I was not expecting those guys to come running at me. This is cool though.
Give me a party.
This is a nice disco floor that you got going on here.
Yeah.
It's pretty rocking. And ooh, I saw this on the marketplace and I was like, ooh, I want to know what this is for.
Is it possible to edit the logic of a spawned item from an item spawner?
So that was what the presets were for. And those should be coming back at some point. So right now, those presets perform their default action, but eventually we will have the presets back where you can set an asset to have any behavior, and you can even set assets with children, so you can have multiple behaviors all in one preset on a spawn, or at least that's the way it worked before, and hopefully that will be the way it continues to work. This guy, I guess this is the ghost of my enemy here. 1 second, I've got somebody banging on my door. She wanted to show me her toys. Oh, to be 3 again. All right, let's see what Fireman Fred has. Last time we had to light the fire with his dragon. It looks like that is still what we have to do here. There we go. Did it work? It might take a few tries. Hey, what? That PD just teleported into our metaverse. Can I fight it? Oh, I'm not trying to hit the dragon. Okay, so I guess the PDs are invading. That's pretty funny. Don't touch my tea. What? You go over there.
I'm encouraging you to touch the tea.
Ah.
I'm not gonna lie. It says don't touch the tea. You see the tea, it's floating, it's spinning, it's nice. You're like, might do it. Do it. Touch the tea. Did it.
Wait,
Touch
did
the
I?
tea.
Wait, where'd it go? It just disappeared. Did it go back?
Delivered it.
Oh. Oh, it runs back. Nice.
The tea runs back. Very good. Very
I'm
good.
I'm wondering if maybe there's someplace I have to take the tea later. And I remember we could go up here before, and can we defeat the Hawks? Yeah, we can defeat the Hawks. Hey, we got a combat experience for that. Cool. Nice. Got some. There we go. I couldn't hit him at first.
They're little guys, you know.
Yeah, they're short, so they sometimes go under your aim. I wonder if that was my problem here before. Well, I hit him, but it's not doing any damage. I just keep on automatically going after the dragon. All right, let's oh, okay, that hole is a hole. Press E on the cactus for a surprise. That was the case before. Hey, there's people here now. Otaku-chan says T T T T T T T. Maybe she's asking for the tea.
It's tea time.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
Will a beta of the full game be released prior to the official launch? Cody, what you are seeing right now is a game that was created with the Sandbox game maker, where the game maker is currently in alpha. So, if you would like to play some of the games that may be available in the metaverse, these are the user-generated content games similar to what used to be made in the Sandbox Evolution, but now with the 3D, obviously, and then also we have the blockchain-based technology to support your assets as non-fungible tokens, NFTs.
Oh,
So,
I love this umbrella.
we are currently in that test phase right now. The game client, in terms of pure playability, will have a season 0 sort of period, or a preseason, also known as the Explorers. That will be available. More details on that are coming. So that would be for the metaverse itself, the kind of social hubs and experiences that were curated and built with the Game Foundation Fund program. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close the form. my
Do they
favorite web
return?
browser.
Do they fly back? Or does it stay up there? I don't see it. Where'd it go? Nope, it's still up there. So you have a limited number of tries with the Oh, no, it is returning. I think. Is it falling back? It is. Nice. Okay. I was worried that you'd ride that up and then jump off and it would be stuck there forever. So I like this much better than trying to go through that platforming before. That was that's a lot more fun, I think. If you were watching last time we played this game, there was a lot different. There's been so much added to this. And oh, hey, where did this come from? Is this the same one? It's not the same one, I don't think. Nope, those are right here. Cool. So yeah, this is really cool, actually, being able to ride around like this. Before, we had to go over the bank here, go across all this stuff, and then some particularly challenging platforming was on the other side there. And I see a bunch of gold coins here that I can actually get to. Yeehaw.
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 Give me a little yeehaw, Alex. Yeehaw. Love it. Oh, hey, there you go. Found those much like I did before, I think. You were supposed to.
Well, I mean, you could just look up at the start of the game and see them.
Yeah.
And do these?
But I mean,
these didn't have coins on them before, did they?
Accessibility-wise, they did the last time you were in the room, but not the first.
Whoa.
Like, no, you can't. Have it.
Just the sound is getting me.
I can't actually hear it.
Oh,
But I could probably.
oh, there it goes. It actually looks like I'm skateboarding right now, kind of. I mean, the board's crooked, but I'm doing a little kick. It's
Yeah.
great. I'm having too much fun with that. Okay. We got some orangutans here to kill. I don't think that's legal, but
For folk, it's not. But our winner today, Psy Avatar, over on Twitch.tv. My voice is just out of it, folks. Psy Avatar over on Twitch.tv. You have won the Wizzy the Blue NFT asset for this stream. Congratulations to you. Appreciate everybody who submitted for the giveaway, and keep in mind that you are still eligible for as long as they exist. So until we run out of the 200 quantities of this legendary asset, you can still enter to win each and every week.
Whoa,
on
what
Monday,
was that?
Wednesday, and Saturday.
What was that?
That was a wisp, sir.
That
was a wisp.
I've never seen that effect. I have not. Was it block damage?
I don't know. Guess you're just gonna have to check it out again.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a glitch in the metaverse. I don't know. You never know.
I don't know how that's happening. Like, I don't actually know what I'm looking at when I see that. That's surprising because you know
Because you know what you're looking at. You know.
I usually
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it doesn't hurt me from that side. That was cool looking, whatever that was. What's this guy? I hate PD. Oh, okay. Well, there's more PDs here to defeat.
Whoa. It's a lot of PD.
I like how they're wearing little top hats. Or little pork pie hats?
Yeah.
Is that what those are called?
Yeah. So.
Oh, there's one. I don't think I can hit that one. I don't know if there's a way to get up there. And there's some more here. I can do a ranged attack on him. No? No attack? Oh, no. These turned into enemies before. Oh, I guess not. Oh, that one still does. Maybe they'd like some tea. Tea time. Well, I tried that already. Did I die? Maybe now that I have the quest. How long has that tea time quest been there? I don't remember seeing that before. Oh, it changed. What? Okay, this is cool.
That is cool. Turn into a little like this.
You're doing like really weird things with this, and I love it because I don't know what to expect anymore because you keep on like changing things that I didn't realize were gonna change. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think the if I was to give almost like a last piece of feedback to this, because it is becoming pretty complete. Doge. Of course. And that would be to somehow find a way to wrap this all into a cohesive story. Because I think that knowing that it's not our team that works with this software every day
Oh, they moved
that
back.
would be reviewed.
That was good. Sorry, keep going.
No, it's all right. I'm watching what you're doing.
They move
So
back
it's
very slowly, so you do have to
Very
like have some
fast.
reflex to it.
True. Very good. So we had anyway, so knowing that our team will not be the ones who review these games directly, I think that each one of these games is still going to have some kind of cohesion to them. Even though you do want it to be feeling like an intentional glitch, you also, I think, want it to, each individual little element of your space here should interact with each other in at least one way. But again, just opinion. Each of these reviewers may have their own.
Where'd the other one go? Did she wander through the wall? I don't know what's going on anymore. This is great though. I mean, it's this is the first time probably since like Cyber Dragon's first or second game that I've been like genuinely surprised by the mechanics that have popped out, and even with his stuff, as smart as Cyber Dragon stuff is, I could kind of figure out how he did it. There's stuff in this like this thing I still don't. What is this? What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh man, it's great. Whatever it is.
Don't tell him it's a secret.
I
know, but also DM.
Yeah.
Let's see. Strafe. Will 2 or more people be able to edit one level simultaneously? This is not. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, it's not something that can currently happen, and it's something we would like to do, but I'm not sure how soon on the roadmap it is. Maybe Joseph has some more information.
Yeah, if I was to guess, it's not really close based on the current targets for us for multiplayer and when we want to get things in. That's some out, if at all. It's not really even so much on the radar, except that we've heard it from the community quite a few times so far. So like it's something that has become, what we're aware of. It's a great idea to be able to edit a space simultaneously. Kind of in the way that you might do that. I don't know if you can edit games together in Roblox or anything like that. I know, of course, it could edit games together in, like a Minecraft, but that's because the whole game is world building and not so much like intricate code or whatnot. So the contrast that you run into is that originally with the Sandbox games, they've always been single player development. So to have them become then multiplayer development is kind of a big step, but not out of. So we'll keep it in mind.
Okay, I thought I saw myself doing damage there, but I guess not. Can I?
I mean,
Can
there
I
were
ride on
11.
his
There were
hat and?
numbers.
Nope.
You definitely were doing damage, but then all of a sudden it's like,
It was like, nope, no more damage. What? I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Was this open before? Yes, let's teleport to the castle in the sky. Where did these rabbits come from? they they look kind of scary. They don't say anything. They can we could take one for a ride. No, let's not teleport to the ground. Is this like a Mario tunnel? So I can tell that it's the same effect as like lava damage when I hit that wall, but it's like really intense. It's like a bigger bloom around, so I'm not sure what's different about it that's making it do that. Oh, hey, some more gold. I feel like I opened up some doors that I wasn't supposed to yet. Because they like one of them said I needed 10 coins and I'm only at 4 coins right now.
yeah, well, you're on your second of 3 layers. So what happens with this particular quest, if like just looking at it as they come through, is that it'll say 10 coins as the quest, find 10, and then it says 20 coins as a quest, you go find 10 more.
Oh, okay, I get it now. So I'm at the 30 coins quest now. So I've already got 20 something coins, 26 coins. Okay, that makes sense. I was not paying as close attention to the quest text as I should have been. This guy again. Just yeet him over there. So before these dragons gave me some coins. Welcome to dragon training. Oh, welcome to the dragon training area. Hello. I know how to read English. These dragons are a simulation projected on the water to allow for easy grinding. Why don't you try wiping them all out? They give me coins. Ah. Okay. Find 40 coins. How many coins can I get? All of them.
One thing that I noticed, I don't know if this always rings true, that the coin so spawn in new areas quest stuff. So earlier I got the coins on the roof too early. That's not your fault, obviously. That's just some feedback that I give. Because once you got I think there's like a helicopter-y looking thing just outside that door.
Yeah.
Flies around, and it was supposed to help you get into the zone area from what I was able to gather.
Mm-hmm.
So there may have been something new that came up. Result of this 40 coin.
Oh, it's gonna take a while.
I turned my mic up a little bit, so hopefully it fixes it.
No, all those hits missed. I have a small child banging on my door again. No, why are all these hits missing?
That's actually why I had turned my mic down. Not because my daughter is clanging and banging or anything, but she, more recently, they had an outbreak of the COVID virus at their school.
Oh, so fun.
This morning, yeah, just, she's home today for the next 2 weeks or so. Gets to stay home. We had some folks who very much, and I am a person who believes that humanity grows together. And so I am pro-vaccination. I don't how in a world where we have defeated polio, anyone could be the opposite. But we have some folks in my community that are very much anti-vaccination, and so happens. What a coincidence that those same folks also. So it's a shame, but she's home doing school from home, so I had to turn my volume down occasionally when I hear her, laughing with her classmates or something like that.
Mm-hmm. The dragon doesn't seem to be coming close enough for me to hit it anymore. I think it got wise.
Yeah, it seems like the pattern is almost like extending out and then pulling back in like two different loops.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a sense of randomness, but for sure the dragon definitely got wise to you, Alex.
Yeah, I can't. It's even when it's pulling close enough to where I hit it before. There we go. I got two. Oh, it's so close.
Somebody says jump on the palm tree if it's doing a wide circle like that.
I mean, I can't really tell what it's going to do ahead of time. No,
That's true.
It's closer to that side now. It was a trick.
It's a trap. Yep. You're never gonna get it.
It's so close. My 3-year-old is dictating that my door should stay open. So she's not even over here anymore. She ran off. So now the sunlight is blinding me. I don't know if you can see this side of my face got brighter. There's sunlight reflecting off a wall right into my eyeballs.
Yeah.
There's a reason why that door's closed. No, you were so close.
Earlier in the stream when you opened up a file, it was right there. It's right there. You opened up a file earlier or something on your main monitor.
My
and
face
I could
lit
tell
up.
that you're using a relatively large monitor because it was like you were speaking with God. Oh, it was great. It was great.
I don't remember how big this monitor is. It's like 28 inches or something like that.
Sure.
And it's very cute, Maggie.
Let's see.
It's a moose. I got it.
That is a pile of coins.
Was that it?
Pile of coins that you see displayed when people are picking up these coins, I believe, is actually a pile of shields. Is that right, Alex?
Yeah. It's. I think the actual asset is called something like Ancient Treasure or something like that. And they are shields. There's little not bucklers, like buckles on the back sides of them.
Sure.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, Ancient Treasure 1. And then let's see here. Is it possible to make a long-range weapon? Right now, Terrio 1, the long-range weapon is something that has to be kind of patched together through your knowledge of the game maker because there is not an equipable ranged weapon at this time. But that is on the pipeline. We do want to make sure that, of course, with all of this kind of RPG focused, almost medieval or otherwise focused gameplay, that you would have some kind of ranged weapon. Once ranged attacks are enabled, then I imagine very quickly you're going to see a large variety of them, all the way from bows, slings, probably, I assume, guns of types, things like that will be added super quick by the community and by our artists. So the function is not there yet, but it's definitely something that we know we want to see inside games.
I'm not sure why treasure spawned over here, but it did. Oh,
Maybe
there's
that
treasure
was
in
for
here too.
finishing the tea.
There's like treasure popping up in random spaces, which could be all part of the glitch. Oh, there's treasure up here. I need the skateboards to get those. And then, so this canyon drone, can I like ride on it, or does it just start flying? I don't know.
It just starts kind of going on this loop. And previously, I think it was supposed to be used to get over the wall once you get to 20 coins. But given that you've got these sweet
Oh, no.
skateboards, I mean,
I jumped too soon. I got impatient.
close, real
Oh.
close there. Can I make my own NFTs for a game I'm developing? Is there a process to import them? So at this time, Adrian over on YouTube, you can create your own assets and you can submit your assets for the game jam. Um, and I can approve those. However, as NFTs, not yet. So users will be able to make NFTs as soon as they submit them and pay just a small amount of sand in order to put them into the marketplace. You'll also need gems and catalysts to finalize that creation. But for now, 50 coins. Nice. There's just a
It's
million coins
just
out. You're gonna
calling me out. If
coins
I made it this
forever.
far, I'm insane. Oh, thank you. Thanks.
There you go.
Apparently, I'm insane. That's
So anyway,
I mean,
yeah,
kind of common
anybody
knowledge.
can make an NFT. It's always been the focus of the culture of the sandbox that any person can create that community worth, of content. So if you are interested in making NFTs, the only thing that you are waiting for at this point is we are doing quality assurance checks with our artists and the internal team to make sure that the marketplace not only runs well, but as expected each and every time. Once that's finished, we are working on a series of other small functions. Some would consider this to be quite major, but we had a question earlier in our Twitter chat, our little call in cooperation with Zepeto, where somebody asked about layer two. Oh, the key to the Sky Castle. Nice.
I think I went the wrong way, but
Maybe, but you got the key now. Uh,
what?
so the
Oh,
the layer two integration will be uh, important because it's going to enable faster transaction times. It's going to enable lesser fees, as low as potentially none. We'll see how that goes, how that flows out. And then, it's also more ecologically friendly. So we've seen some of those requests from the community where they've asked us, hey, how can we be sure that, it's good for the environment or something like that. And with layer two integration, essentially each time you make an NFT, it has the same ecological impact as sending an email. So we've been exploring that part of the market. So
all right. If I stand on top of this guy's head, come on, get back over here. Got him. But that didn't do anything. So I think is my I got to be able to change my combat level still. Oh, I didn't. I never made it past this part. I'm trying to find the things that I missed at this point. And there's the ladder puzzle. That has the lava right there.
and this one I just did, and I jumped through the middle one, but you should just be able to jump the whole wall. There we
I feel like that's a trap. Is this a button? Does it do
It's likely a
Does it do anything? Oh, it did.
Oh.
It turned it on, but I didn't. So there was no interaction effect on this, so I couldn't tell that it was doing something. But now it's opening the door. Nope. And
yeah, maybe good.
I'm too fat to get through, apparently.
Have
There we go.
Some kind of message above here.
There's a whole bunch of stuff back here. And
Here we go. Okay, so in this particular instance, I got stuck on the right side here when I grabbed those coins. I don't know if you will or not. Oh, no, yeah, okay. Very good. Thank you for fixing that. That was a critical issue when I played. I got stuck between the wall and that little skeleton computer machine.
back here.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the racer. They're just there.
I'm
see
not
anything.
sure. This is the point where I stopped last.
Well, there's coins on the ground, so I feel like I'm supposed to go down here. So gather those up. And then there's a ladder here. Oh. And I can't...
think jumping onto the left.
I have to wait for the platform to come back. And then this is... it's funny because there's a section of Super Mario Odyssey that's just like this. And it's also a Fall Guys game.
I see. Totally. Yes.
Cool. Made it to the first one. So I don't know. I can't see over there, but it would be cool if you got to this section, if it would spawn a block back there, so you can kind of shortcut it after you've done it the first time. Oh, and I missed, I missed my ride. I was looking the wrong way. I missed my ride. Oh well. We're going pretty late here, aren't we? Yeah, it's 6:30 already. So we're about half an hour over. I'm just trying to finish up this game. There's a lot to unpack here, which is great. I love it when games have a lot to explore and discover, and I hope it's keeping your interest like it's keeping mine, because I'm definitely enjoying this. Cool. All right.
Question here
Whole
again
bunch
from
of
Adrian
lightsabers.
says, when will non-landowners
Oh, they hurt me.
/ developers be able to play? So you can currently play the game that Alex is playing here on the stream. If you get the Sandbox Game Maker, which is totally free, you can get it right now over on the website at sandbox.game. With the Sandbox Game Maker, these are uploaded into the gallery by users just like yourself. So you can definitely play this exact game inside the gallery. All you've got to do is just look it up, find them, and check them out if you want to have ideas about what the game maker can do. Otherwise, you can play fully fledged finished game as soon as the Metaverse opens up with that preseason content. Sebastian mentioned earlier on our live stream that we have a target set at summer right now, and that target was only pushed back. Nice, little almost soccer-like mechanic. I like that. We pushed back that target with the intent that we want to make sure that the product, the client, the physics, the interaction with the multiplayer environment, all those sorts of things are very good. Despite the fact that we are in alpha stage, beta sort of stages, right? Depending on which software you're looking at, this is, it's still our intention to not release that is broken, right? To a point where you're not going to have a great time as a user, as a gamer, right? Coming into this. So just keep that in mind. We are, I personally am overseeing a project right now that includes making sure that there are people in our social hubs interacting with our community. I like that this crate went to the floor, by the way. So we are ramping up for that launch right now. So it is coming through.
Press E on the turret. Press E on the pipe. I think that's in the next
Didn't
room.
make it to the AMA. Do you know if my question was answered? I wanted to know if it would be possible to give access to my land to a project building on Polygon now or in the future. So that's an interesting idea. Right now, the idea of access, and I don't know if you have more insight on this, Alex, but you can limit your game to an NFT token for access. So if you had a project that you were building on another network and they had an NFT, or you awarded people an NFT on the Ethereum blockchain, then you could potentially use that NFT as a ticket to have people have access to your game if you wanted to limit.
Yeah, we are. So that's kind of the way the season pass is working, is that people will have that NFT in their inventory, and that's how they're going to get access to the seasonal content. So that option should be open to users in the future. So I don't know how soon we're going to see that. Obviously, we need to have minted land experiences on the metaverse map first, and then at some point we will also be able to. Oh, he doesn't look too happy that I made it through the maze. How dare you infiltrate my secret lair? You'll perish here, just like those mindless PDs.
Block.
It's,
Block.
Yeah.
Block.
I have to do a perfect parry. There we go. Oh no, he's blocking again. And wait for his attack and perfect parry. There we go. What was that PD talking about? Better see what's going on in town. Oh, this guy. Sakura, you've saved all. Oh no, his message disappeared. Will it come back? Maybe if I leave and come back, his message will return.
All of PD kind and message. That was a long message.
I didn't.
So for some reason, it wasn't there very long to read it.
Well, I think it triggered before I could see it, so I don't know. Maybe so that could be shared to the chat.
A perfect parry is where you use the right click on your mouse to block, but you do it timely in such a way where it is as the enemy is hitting you, you parry the attack, which will then stun that enemy, and it can no longer attack or block for a short amount of time.
Would you like to teleport to the surface? Yes. I've been trying to get in here. You come from the other side. Yeah, so my guess is that message was the PD sensed me from around the corner before I could see that there was a message, and that's what triggered the PD Kingdom quest.
Right, and that may be something where you'll want to just shrink the radius on your game. On that particular asset detection radius, shrink that up, and it should be good.
Or have the message display. Check out the Sky Castle?
I don't know, it's what it says, combat level 2. Better check out that Sky Castle. PD triggered when you killed the scientist. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you want to make sure that that message has like a replay to it. Okay. Oh, maybe there was nothing in here before. Maybe there's something in here now. Nope. Nope. This is the Sky Castle, right? Nothing there. Nothing there. What am I missing? Maybe there's something up in the clouds? Oh, the area by the Dragon Park opened. This over here. I remembered seeing the PD in here before. Hi there, Sakura. I am Dr. Mo, or DMO for short. I've been hearing all about your adventures in the Sunset City. Thanks to you, the PD Kingdom is free from glitchploitation and from the mad scientist. Okay, so does that mean we won? Is that it? Oh no, I clicked too fast. What does it say? The PD Kingdom is a secret society living inside the digital underground network the mad scientist was harnessing their power to use against Sunset City. But for now, let's get to the PD Kingdom. Meet me in the scientist's lair.
Steal the hat.
I want to steal the hat. Steal the hat.
Do it.
Wait, nothing happened. Did I get a hat? No hat. What PD Kingdom?
He's still wearing his hat.
I don't.
What's going on?
I'm not sure what happened there. All right, let's go back to the scientist's lair. Yes. Congratulations, you have beat the game in its current state. You may claim this trophy for victory or continue exploring. I think we explored pretty thoroughly. Oh, that was good. So like I can tell by the end here in its current state there's some more stuff you want to do. So that is great. I look forward to playing this when it is fully completed. There was a lot to unpack there and some techniques that I want to steal. So thank you for that great game. And if you watching want to check it out, it's on page, I think it was on page 8. If I can get to page 8. And here, page 8, Sakura Sunrise, version 0.72 by Kitsune. All right. Well, I think that brings an end to our extra long stream today. Thank you all for joining. We will see you again on Saturday at 1800 GMT, now that I got the time straight.
Yes.
It's 2 p.m. Eastern time for me. All right. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Thank you, Joseph. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, Alex.
And
See you guys later.
see you next time.